Alright guys, so this is going to be kind of a long video. I'm probably going to take a lot of the talking out of it unless I'm explaining something to you, but we're going to use all of these different compounds and polishes, all-in-ones, whatever you want to call them, on little pieces of the car. I'm just going to show you the different ones, how they work for me, and you know, I'll give you an explanation of each one afterward, but just know this is going to be probably a pretty long video. If you like polishing videos, you might like this. Check it out. All right, guys. Well, today we're going to be doing a little bit of polishing on this vehicle here. And I've driven, it's clean, but I've driven it over the last day or so, so it's got some dust. So I'm going to use the McKee's 914 rinseless. Now, at 1 part product to 156, you can use a rinseless. At 1 part product to 128, you can do a waterless or a clay lube. And at 1 to 8, you can do a paint prep. So I'm going to make this into a rinseless product. I'm sorry, I'm going to make it into a waterless product. I'm going to clean the hood here, and we're going to get started on there. All right guys, I've got about 20 ounces of water. So to make this into a waterless product, it's 1 to 128 is what it says here. But I'm just going to put a cap full in here. It's probably about a ½ ounce, one of these caps. So that's good enough. It's way more than they suggest, but that's good enough there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on. Now at this point, it doesn't make much of a difference because I'm going to be correcting this anyway. But for a waterless, you want to spray and make sure your towels are clean. Flip your towel. All right, so I'm just doing some of the panels here. The car's been washed and I drove it for a day, so I just want to clean off some of the dust with the McKee's 914. So let's start in the back here. We're going to use the Carini line from McKee's 37. It's their new all-in-one ceramic polish. Mind you, it says polish, but I'm going to see the cutting ability here. You're probably not supposed to use this for cutting, but I just want to see if I can push the limits a little bit. I'm going to try some different angles and a wool pad. I'm going to use the Flex PE14 rotary tool and just see how this goes with it. You know, mind you, once again, this is a polish, an all-in-one polish, so it cleans, polishes, and protects. Really for like the jeweling stage, but let's see how far we can take it with this and look for the results. I just finished 2 passes with the rotary. I'm going to get the Griot's Bosch 21DA with a foam polishing. It's a white pad, and I didn't even remove the initial cutting stage. I just went right into the polishing with the Carini all-in-one polish. It's the same product. I figure, why not? Let's see how this works out. I'm just trying to cut time here, and I'm just playing with it, guys. All right, we finished. We're just doing a wipe off with this. Basically, it's got SiO2 in it, or ceramic, and should leave some protection on there. I'm just looking at, you know, how did it come out? How are the swirls? Can I see anything? Let's take a look at the 50-50 shot right side to the left side. Okay, so this is a one-step product. It is not, it's an all-in-one product. So it cleans, polishes, and protects. Now there's still some scratches in there. I didn't chase too hard, but let's see if you notice the difference when I cross this line. Look at that. That's untouched. Okay, untouched. Huge. That was with a quick 2 passes of like a rotary and a wool pad, and then another quick couple polishing passes on a foam pad. In between polishing, I'm going to get out the little spur and clean out this pad here. This is how I do it on the fly. All right, so I saw the results on the back panel. I'm going to go ahead and just do this whole front hood. I am using the rotary for cutting with the wool pad. I suggest using a foam pad, but I'll finish with the foam pad on a DA, and I'm using the McKees 37 Carini all-in-one ceramic polish. So I'm getting cutting, polishing, and protection basically from the one product. Now work on cool surfaces. You don't want to work this in hot surfaces. It won't be happy with very hot panels. So just make sure you work in a nice cool area and do your thing. All right, guys, so we use this, and I wanted to first try this out with the rotary, the wool pad, and see how much it could cut. I wanted to see how much it could finish with the foam pad on the DA after the rotary. And although it cut and finished really well, I think I'm gonna try this the way it's supposed to be used. Yes, I wasn't using it the way it's supposed to be used. I was pushing the limits on this. So really this is an all-in-one, but it's a polish. See, it says ceramic polish. So it's not really meant to be cutting with, you know, hard rotary and wool and stuff. Even though it did do well, that's mostly the pad that's doing that, or the wool. So I just want to see how it works. I'm gonna use the rotary again, but I'm gonna use Minzerna 400, and I'm gonna cut the paint, and then I'm gonna finish with a DA and this the way it should be used, a nice ceramic polish. You know, I think that's the way it's really supposed to be used. I just wanted to push the boundaries of it and see how it did, and it did really good. So I've got some panels set up here, and we're gonna try this out. So this is probably the way it's supposed to be used. Remember, all-in-ones usually just say all-in-ones, but this one says polish. So you got to read the labels and you got to pay attention. Polish, all-in-one polish. That means cut the paint, use your compound, use whatever, get it all down nice the way it should be, and then finish with the all-in-one polish, which means it cleans, polishes, and protects. All right. All right, now let's take a look at this panel. This is, I just got it taped off, so this is really the before, just so you can see what we're looking at here. It's just terrible. And this is not clear coat failure. This is just some fingerprints of mine on here. So let me wipe this off. This is after just the Menzerna 400. So it looks really, really good. I mean, almost flawless. As you can see, when we come to this side here, this is what it looks like normally. But with the Menzerna 400, I mean, that looks fantastic. Amazing. And that's just after 2 passes in each direction. Very, very nice, easy. It took me 3 minutes. All right, so after using the foam pad with the Menzerna, we're just gonna use the PXE 80, and we'll put the Carini all-in-one ceramic polish on there. We'll do a couple passes up and down, back and forth, and we'll check out the results here. Now, mind you, this is a firm polishing pad. So with the Menzerna first and now the Carini afterward, you know, the Carini cleans, polishes, and protects. So is it perfect? No, but watch the 50-50 and you'll see it's hammered. On this side, it's a lot better. And we have protection, and we can move on to the next panel. But that's ridiculous. Here we have Geon Compound. It's a good defect removal product. Can be used like an all-in-one. Let's try it out. All right, so I'm gonna remove this piece of tape here. Let's take a look at this. Looks awesome. Really good. I mean, you guys want to see what it looks like? Here's what it should look like, or what it used to look like, not what it should look like. This is the Geon, just compound, regular compound. This is the Menzerna with the Carini line on top. All right, now we're over on this side of the car, the other side here, the passenger. And I'm just gonna show you what this looks like. Brutal. Brutal. All right, guys, here we have the Geon Compound Plus. So I'm gonna pretend this is like the Menzerna 400 that I used there. I'll put the Plus here, and then I'll go over that with the primer, Geon primer, because I put Menzerna and Carini line over there. They're all in one polish, so I'll use the Compound Plus with the primer product on top here. So we kind of have 2 sections, similarly cut hard and then polished off with a jeweling polish and something inside it that kind of sits on the paint and primers it. Okay guys, so the Geon Compound Plus is supposed to be a real heavy cutting defect removal product. And as you can see, it's definitely, I need to wipe it better. It's definitely defect removing. Now that's a big scratch there. But as you can see, this is what it looks like before, and here's the after. Alright guys, so I've got the Pixie out. We've already cut this with the Compound Plus from Geon. And now we're going to use the Q2 primer. This is really like a jeweling polish here, but should prime this panel here. Alright guys, here's the line right here, and let's see about this primer. Looks good. I mean, when you come across the line, you can instantly see looks good. All right, so I've got the top polished down. I mean, it's not perfect or anything, but it's a lot better. And I just want to wash the car now because I will be polishing the sides and any spots that I missed. I'm just going to do a quick one bucket with multiple mitts inside there, and I want to see the McKee's ceramic polish all-in-one, if it protects and how it protects, how it looks on there. So let's check that out. Let me rinse the car here. Okay, so excellent, because this had zero protection on it when I first washed the car, when I first got it. I mean, it had nothing on it. Now take a look. This is all McKee's Carini ceramic polish, the all-in-one. Hey, that's great. Let me tell you, that is great. Let me, well, we've got some sunlight here. Let me go over here. All right, now up here I had put the Geon Compound Plus, and then I topped that with their primer, which is SiO2 infused. So let's see how that looks. It has some protection in it. Over here on the left, I didn't compound any of the left. So you can see the difference, how the water just comes right off and it's still sitting over here. Pretty cool. Now on this side up here, is the McKee's ceramic polish again. So here's primer and here's polish. Now I'm not sure if primer is supposed to leave anything in there, but the polish you can see is awesome. See how the polish just clears up right there? Very cool. See how it's still wet? Cool. Okay, let's get back at it. We're gonna try the 3D1. This is basically your compound and polish all in one. We'll be using the Pixie and a TechSystems maroon pad. I really like this pad for cutting. It just does a fantastic job. Let's check it out. All right, let's try out the HD Speed. This is just like 3D1, except it has the Montane wax in it, and it's gonna leave you with some protection when you're done. 3D1 will not, this will. So depending on what you're looking for, you know, this is a complete all-in-one. Okay, let's move on to Extreme Solutions LVR 404. This is another all-in-one polish. I think it has acrylic in it. I'm not really sure, but it might have SiO too, but so don't quote me. But it has something that finishes and you know, does a great job as well. So let's use it and I'll show you how it works. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. This is the 404. Is it 404? This is the Extreme Solutions 404. I mean, awesome. This is their polish with, I think it has acrylic and it has something in it where it leaves protection behind. Here's what it looks like, untouched. Next is the 3D Speed, which also is a polish that cuts really well and finishes really well, and it has, I want to say, like Montane wax in it, which is what 3D uses in their products like epoxy and stuff. Very, very nice. Here's what it looks like again. Bang, bang. And then here's the 3D1, which just cuts and finishes nice. It doesn't leave anything in it. So very, very cool products here, guys. I mean, just great results, right? So all three of these very good. All right guys, we're gonna work on this section here, and we're gonna play with some Sonax Cutmax and some Extreme Solutions 503. That's their dynamic cut. Let's get to it. So I've been having good luck with this TechSystems pad here on the Flex, this little PXE80. I mean, it's not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's cutting all these little sections good. So let's use the 503 dynamic cut. Very nice. Good cut there. pretty good right there. I mean, this is what it looks like, right? Sonax Cut Max, and you're not going to be able to see, so let me take this tape off here. Sonax Cut Max tape line, nothing there. 503 from Extreme Solutions. Very nice, nice products. All right, guys, I'm going to use the Flex 3401 now. I'm going to use some HD cut on a Eurofiber 50/50 pad here. And let's see how this goes. That's a lot of cut with a lot of pad on a 3401, which cuts like a beast too. Might be too much. All right, so as I look at this, you know, it was just cut on top of cut on top of cut. Sure, it got the scratches and marring out, but it left a little bit of haze and even some micro swirling. So I'm going to need to go over this with another pad and figure out something to refine this. And let's see what happens here. All right, so I cleaned the pad out. I'm just going to put the polish on there, HD polish, and let's see how that goes, if that refines it. If not, I'm going to have to take the pad off and switch to a foam pad. So it helped, but not enough. I'm still seeing some micro marring, and we're just, the 50-50 pad is just too much for this. I'm definitely gonna have to switch pads now. And but it did cut really well. You can see it there. All right, bring on the new pad. What are we gonna use? We're gonna use the cutting pad from Angel Wax. This is one of their new maroon cutting pads. It's supposed to be really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put some polish on this, HD polish, and go over the panel. And let's see how this comes out now, if this refines the paint. Oh yes, boys and girls, and this just did a fantastic job at, don't worry about that, I didn't wipe it off good. But the maroon pad from Angel Wax and the HD polish just took out all the micro marring. Here's the untouched side, nasty. And then, you know, as you go back, you can see it's just really nice, cut nice, finished nice, very happy with it. All right, we'll try this pad again, and we'll try the cut now instead. So we're just switching pads basically. Okay, so remember we did this side over here. Here's the tape line, and here's the new side with just the foam pad. So pretty good. Just foam, couple passes. Still got some marks there, but no big deal. Here's what it used to look like. Now this is like a two-step over here, but I just want to do kind of like a one-step. That'll work. All right, so I'm liking this Angel Wax pad here, and I just blew it out. So I'm gonna do something. A lot of companies, or some people in the business that make their own stuff, will mix their products. So I'm gonna put some cut down, because I need cut. And then I'm gonna put some HD polish down. See if I can't finish this. Or just see how this comes out. I'm trying to do this in one pass. So I've got the nice, I think this is their cutting pad from Angel Wax. I got the Power of the Flex, and I got HD cut and polish. So let's try it out. Okay. All right, not bad. Very good for a few passes. Cut and polish on the pad. Here's what the other side looks like. Wow. Good. Okay guys, and so the pad is dirty here, and I just want to do a quick blowout. So I'll squeeze the trigger. I got a knockoff Tornador. Doesn't matter. See? That thing spins in there. So you spin the machine. All right, let's take a look at this panel here. Nice, very nice. Nice and swirly. I have some 2500 Manzurna here. I'm almost at the end here, it's old. But let's just throw it on there. This can be used as a one-step. Let's see here. Let me wipe it some more. All right, let's take a look here. Here's the tape line. See it? Did a pretty good job. Quick couple passes, one step. I gotta wipe better, but not bad. All right, let's try some Sonax EX0406. Another could be used as a one-step type of product. It's a finishing product that cuts good. Oops, shit. All right. Okay, so here's the Sonax. Here's the tape line. Can you see it? This is claimed to be their finishing polish with some good cut in it. I think it does that. Is it perfect? No. Does this camera and everything show even more than you see in person? Absolutely. But when you cross that line for a one step, not bad at all. All right guys, so on here we're gonna use the just the compound from Geon, and they have a stronger one. It's called Compound Plus, see them. So anyway, let's play with this one. I don't have a lot of this. Take that off. Let's check it out. So this is the Geon compound. Looks good. So that's what it looks like underneath the tape. This is afterward. Of course I need to wipe good, but you get the picture. Very good. And last but not least, we're going to use the Compound Plus. This one is not as thick as the other one. Kind of strange. Maybe the other one was old. I know it didn't have the little paper that keeps it sealed. So it might have been old or used or something when I got it. Alright, let's take this tape off here. Remember this is... Alright, let's take this tape off here. Remember this is... Alright guys, so did you like the video? I know it was long. If you did like it, hit that like and subscribe button, press the notifications bell so you get all the new videos we're putting out. I just wanted to show you all the different products we have here, and you know, all of them are good. They all work. I've used all of them. The 527 from McKee's was my newest one, so I went ahead and used it a little extra. Tried some different things with it. So I think this is an excellent ceramic polish. Now, pad dependent on what kind of cut you want, this will work for you, but it is a polish. And you want to use this not on hot panels. It doesn't like hot panels. It does leave a good protection on there. As you saw in the video, I had to just wash the car before I did the sides, and the protection left from here is really good. So if you polish your car with a compound and then you come back with this over it, you're gonna have protection on there, all right? If you just wanted to use this by itself and use like a DA and go real quick, a couple panels here and there, you're gonna have protection. It's like, it's an all-in-one, okay, with ceramic. So very cool product there from McKee's. I don't remember if I used the 503, but I used the Extreme Solutions 404. This is their polishing glaze. I think it has acrylic in it. I'm not really sure. It has something, really. And anyway, this is an excellent polish, leaving protection behind. Just does a fantastic job. It will cut for you. So try out the Extreme Solutions products. Minzerna, you know, these are old bottles, really old, and I have refills, so I keep using these, but the product's old. Minzerna's always worked for me. It does a fantastic job. They've made it really confusing with their new numbers that they've come out with, but I like 400, 25, and 3800, or excuse me, 3500. That is the old 4000, okay? So good products from Minzerna. They're a little bit oily, they smell a little funny, but they do work really well. And mind you guys, I used a lot of different machines. I used a DA, the Griot's 21 Boss. I used the Flex PE14 rotary. I used the Flex 3401. It's that dual rotary and DA machine, you know, they call it the Beast. And I used the Flex PXE80 Mini all around the car. Some different pads, okay? Sonax Cutmax and Sonax 0406. Very good products. I think Sonax is probably my favorite at the moment. They just work and they work well. Very, very good products. The 0406 could be like your all-in-one. The Cutmax, it finishes great too with a lot of cuts. I'll try out the Sonax. CarPro Reflect, this cuts good too, pad dependent. You get a nice cutting pad, this is gonna cut and finish really nice. I like this product here. This is just the regular Reflect from CarPro. I got some old, what now is 3D, I guess it used to be HD. I got the cut and the polish. You know, they both work really well. I tried it with the Buff and Shine 5050 Euro. It's just a little too much cut with this and that pad, but it does cut great. And when you come back behind with a polish like this one and a foam pad, it finishes down nicely. Now I just switched to the Angel Wax cutting foam pad, and I used like 4 or 5 drops of the cut and 4 or 5 drops of the polish on one pad, and I did the whole side of the car with that pad, and it just came out fantastic. Basically a one-step putting them both together, so fantastic combination there. Then I finished the rest of the car off with that same Angel Wax pad, and it just worked great. So try out the new Angel Wax pads. They're really, really good. 3D Speed and 3D One, probably two of my favorite products. They're just about the same, except the Speed I think has like some Montane wax in it. So they just cut and finish very well, guys. Speed with protection, One without protection. Very, very good products. And new to me also was the Gyeon, the Primer, Compound, and the Compound Plus. All right, and I just have little bottles of them, but I was really happy with these products. Now the Compound Plus is the heavy defect removal. The Compound is also really good at defect removal, and they both finish out well. And the Primer is something you can put on for that extra jeweling step. You should IPA it off after, and you can go right into your coating. So I'm going to be more interested in these Gyeon products in the future. I want to try out some more. I don't have their polish yet, but very, very happy with those. And guys, you know, I just going around the car. This is not my car. It did not come out perfect, but it's about 60% better. I can drive it around the streets now, and I'm happy. It's got great gloss. It's super slick. And stay tuned for the next video for what we're gonna put on top of all this nice shine that we have now. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. All right, guys, and here's a final look at the car. It's definitely not perfect. I need to wash it and get a lot of these polishing oils off it. You know, I'm terrible at wiping polish and compounds off cars. You'll see it here. And the gloss is good, though. The deep, dark reflection coming out now. You know, it just needs a good wash. And we're going to lay some type of protection over this in the next videos. Look at that reflection. Beautiful. When the way this thing rolled in, you know, it was terrible. And now we've got a lot of the swirls out of it. We got some shine. We got it decon polished. We're ready to put some stuff on it. Is it perfect? No, not by far. Is it a lot better? Yes, it is.